Okay, I get this question all the time, and I get it. There's a lot of frustration with both presidential candidates right now. So people always want to talk about RFK Jr. And I'm always like, stop asking me about RFK Jr. Now, I'm going to go on the record. What about RFK? You mean the guy with brain worms, who's an anti-vaxxer, tinfoil hat wearing idiot, whose own family supports President Biden? All of his family doesn't even support him because he's so outlandish. Cheated on his wife 30 times, kept a diary of it. She found it. She commits suicide. Like the guy who's literally done nothing but be a up his whole life and get out of jail free card because he's a Kennedy. And he doesn't even have the good sense to not eat so much fish that he gets mercury poisoning. Like, goddamn, bro, if you're so dumb that you can't even monitor your own fish consumption until you have mercury poisoned your brain, you sure as aren't getting a vote for president. My first requirement for a president is somebody who knows not to eat too much tuna, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, that's next level stupid. That's like somebody gave him a can of lead paint and he just ate it all. Right? He comes in, he's got a lead paint mustache. Right? It's like, dude, Robbie, what are you doing? That was lead paint. Why did you drink that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that, you can't even take that guy serious. Bro, come on, dude. RFK. Okay, maybe that was a little harsh, but don't tell me it's not accurate. But yeah, no, RFK was not even a serious candidate. Dude, he's not. Did anybody watch the RFK debate? Let's watch it, shall we? Is this it? RFK, the real debate? Oh, God, dude. All right, we're going to watch a few minutes of it. This is content, dude, to clown this shit. Now, first off, one thing you'll notice is there's not a single person of color in this audience. This is the first thing I noticed. Look at it. Everybody in here is white, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of white anti-vaxxers are his crowd. Like, bro. Dude, look at that crowd, dude. Holy shit. This is like the upper middle class anti-vaxxer crowd. Jesus. All right.
Welcome to the real debate.
The real
I'm
debate.
John Stossel, moderator tonight. CNN's
Yeah, no, it's a good setup.
Presidential debate for 2024, but they did not include the independent presidential candidate.
Yeah, they didn't include the mercury poison brainworms guy.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So, this evening, live from Los Angeles, we're streaming the CNN debate, and here I will
Dude, this guy sounds like doesn't he sound like he's had like a few Manhattans already? Bro, homie's slurring a little bit.
Questions that Trump and Biden get. You'll see the CNN debate, plus Kennedy's.
All you're saying is it would be nice to have more than two options? I mean, maybe, but this guy's not a serious option, though. And neither is Jill Stein, and neither is Cornel West. We do have primaries where there's like 8 candidates, and you can vote, right? I mean, you do have more than 2 options. You can vote for one of these idiots. You can vote for Jill Stein. You can vote for RFK Jr. But the problem is they're not good candidates. RFK Jr. isn't a good candidate. He's not. He's a terrible candidate. He's a tinfoil hat. The thing about RFK, just in general, is the only reason he is on this stage is because of his last name and because he is connected to a woman that's got enough money from divorcing the creator of Google. So RFK, he hasn't even done anything to deserve to be running for president. The guy has not done really for most of his entire life, except doing some drugs, getting kicked out of schools and getting back in because he's a Kennedy, and, you know, brain worming and mercury poisoning himself, watching a wife commit suicide while he's having 30 affairs. Like, the guy hasn't done anything. He's not been a public policy creator. He's not been a significant activist. Nobody even ever heard his name in the realm of existence until he decided to run for president. And he's just the kid of a really famous dude who was seminal in politics trying to launch in there. It would be like Eric Trump running for president. in 2028. Like, are you shitting me? Like, you, Eric, you dumbass, you charity sneak, right? Go back and play with your Legos. Like, get out of here, bro. Okay, that might not be entirely accurate. RFK definitely had a little bit of success with environmental law, going after some big polluters. However, I stand strong in some of the other commentary. I'm getting busted with heroin after he got a DA job, to getting kicked out of boarding schools, to getting into Harvard. A lot of RFK's rise up the ladder was exclusively because of his family name. And once he got on the anti-vax tip, homie definitely put on the tinfoil hat.
But you could say this is the real debate.
You could.
At the end of the debate, each candidate will get 2
I don't want to
minutes
listen to that guy talk,
statements.
dude.
There is no
Let's go.
staff or
Let's get to the
their
questions.
campaigns.
And please welcome Robert Kennedy Jr.
Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Let's begin the debate, and let's start with the issue that voters consistently say.
The real debate.
The economy. President Biden.
Thank you.
But prices remain.
Dude, you just can't take him serious, bro. He's like deeply unserious.
Increased. For example, a basket of groceries that cost $100 then
Yeah.
now costs more than $120.
I don't want to watch the beginning of this debate anymore. The beginning was terrible, bro.
The question was, people feel worse off because of inflation.
And I want to thank everybody for being here and for this opportunity, and thank you, John. I also want to thank Elon Musk
Of course.
for live streaming this on X. CNN made some statements suggesting that might be, that he may get sued for that, and I'm very, very grateful for the courage that he's shown to protect freedom of speech in this country. I want to just orient us a little bit about why we're here tonight, and I don't want it to make it sound like I'm complaining,
Because you are complaining.
This is a personal issue. This is something that should be very troubling for our country. What happened with this debate?
Yeah,
My
he's
uncle
got this.
gave the first televised debate in 1960.
See, again, though, there he is with this whole my uncle, right? Even going into this, hey, guys, my uncle, he's talking about JFK, and then he's going to probably talk about his daddy. But, like, dude, this guy is only here because he's the spawn of these incredible statesmen of yesteryear.
Ever since that debate has
I find
been run
that
by
troubling.
nonpartisan organizations.
I find it troubling that a total up with no actual policy skill, who's not been involved in the vernacular of public life at all, can simply run for president and start like shoehorning their way onto these big stages, or trying to, making it seem like, how come no one's making room for me? And simply because his uncle was JFK, bro. That part of the world I want done. That's not a meritocracy. Like, this guy is the biggest Nepo baby out there.
And thereafter, and this is the first time that a private corporation owns the debate. And it's troubling because CNN is making tens of millions of dollars from this debate.
Dude, I streamed the debate.
And so they have an incentive to go ahead and collude with the two presidential candidates whose main purpose was to keep me off the stage. And again, this isn't a personal issue. This is something that's important.
It's true. This guy's a huge Nepo baby. All right.
Because
Yeah.
Americans feel like the system is rigged. And this is this collusion with a corporation.
Dude, this guy, though, is such a phony, bro. He doesn't realize that he is like a representation of the corporation. You know what I mean? He is Kennedy Incorporated. That's what he is. He is Kennedy Incorporated. And he's up here crying about
For-profit corporation, and both those campaigns are going to be pumping in 10
Yeah.
payoff.
Dude, are you going to answer the question or what?
And I'm running in order to oppose. And Americans believe that the system is rigged against them because it is. And this is
Rules here, your 2 minutes
You can
are
do
up.
whatever you want with the minute that
It's
we
your
give you.
show. You should
I
get an
wanna follow up.
introduction.
I got to follow up.
We're going back to the debate.
I got to follow up, right?
Well, I'm going to ask you a follow-up. You can do
Not
whatever you want.
according to the whoop. You're a person in my ear here.
Tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. How will you ensure that that doesn't drive prices even higher?
It's not going to drive them higher. It's just going to cost countries that have been ripping us off for years, like
Dude,
China.
the tariffs are not going to drive prices higher. Dude, where do we get these people, bro? I'm sorry.
The question was, prices are higher because of Trump's 10% tariffs.
That wasn't the question. The question, dude, what are these guys doing? The question is prices are higher because of Trump's 10% tariffs? No. The question for Trump was, you've talked about a 10% tariff. Now, how are you going to execute a 10% tariff and not drive us into a recession? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy got liquored up or something. The proposal is him proposing a 10% tariff as president, and it's going to wreck the economy. Dude, yeah, I don't know if this guy's just like a surf buddy of his or something, but you see what I'm saying? This is why you can't take RFK serious, because this guy, like my son, who's 19, could sit up there and could have interpreted that question better than this guy. I mean, this whole thing is deeply unserious.
And this is another example of why this debate is a problem, because these two men
and now RFK's every question he's just gonna say, let me tell you why this debate's a problem. He's like, I'm not gonna answer the question, but I'm gonna go in a 5-minute soliloquy about how I should have been on that stage, and I'm not complaining, but I really can't think about anything else but the fact that I'm not there. The fact that I'm not there means the government is trying to vax you, and so don't let them stick needles in your ass. And what was the question again? The moderator's like, I don't know. I just had 7 whiskey and tonics, and I can't see straight.
The people who ran up the deficit that is causing the inflation.
This whole thing is a shit show. Oh, Lordy. It's hard to take RFK seriously. You can't.
$4 milk, $4 bread, $6 gasoline. Is because of the forever wars and the out of control.
Dude, there he is, $6 gasoline.
It's for spending by these two gentlemen. We have a $34 trillion debt now. The interest alone on that debt is costing us more than our military budget.
Yeah, we need to tax some rich motherfuckers like ASAP. Your buddy Elon, Mr. Stream Your Shit on X, homie needs to pay some taxes, bro. He just got $56 billion from Tesla. He should pay like 15-20 billion of that in taxes. Motherfucker, what are these guys doing, bro?
5 years, 50 cents out of every dollar that we collect in taxes.
You need to pony up, you rich.
Years.
Let's go.
This is existential. This is one of the problems that neither of these two will talk about. This is the reason that they need me on stage, because I would confront them with what they did.
See, I'm not watching any more of this because there's nothing about this that is substantive. This guy's not a serious candidate. He's a joke, because even here in a real debate, he's not answering a question. He's saying they need me on that stage because I would challenge them. But like, you're on a stage right here. Why don't you challenge right now? Dude, he does sound like he's getting choked out,
They
bro.
were the ones who ran up half of this deficit. Is attributable to those two men, and that's what's causing inflation. We'll never deal with it.
There was a pandemic there, nuts. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
If we don't deal with the money printing problem, and neither of them are going to do it.
All right.
Money printing.
Money printing. All right, thank you. It took 7 minutes to get to your money printing genius. That was an awful lot of words to say money printing. God damn, he just like choked himself out for 11 minutes, and at the end he's like, money printing. Money printing. I hate to make fun of voices. That's cruel. But dude, his voice gets me. And that really about sums it up. Stop asking me about RFK. The dude is not a serious candidate. Funded by Trump people, encouraged to run by Steve Bannon, who's now in prison, by the way. His running mate is cuckoo, and his entire family endorsed President Biden. For lack of any better options, I'm riding with Biden. I don't care if they weekended Bernie's the MFer. They can prop up his dead corpse, and I'm still voting for him. We are not letting Trump get the White House.